Hi guys, so this is my first sit down bookish video. I'm Polly and I love to read. I'm currently in college, 18 right now. So today I'm going to talk about all the books I have read in 2026 so far, books I read in January and February. I have read 5 books so far. I don't have physical copies of any of the books. Binding 13 is currently at my hometown. I'm actually a Kobo reader, so I read most of my books in Kobo. Anyways, let's start with the first book. So I first started the year Binding 13. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. If you have been book talk, you must know how popular this book is, guys. Like, it's a teenage college romance story, and we have Shannon Lynch and Joey is her brother. We have Johnny Cavana, and they fall in love with each other. One day, like, Johnny throws his rugby ball and it hits in Shannon's head and she gets injured, and then they start communicating from there. It's a very cute book because, like, Shannon and Johnny's relationship is so cute. It's like witnessing a teenage romance, like those movies you have watched. It's fluffy, like the romance part is very cute, but you do have to check the trigger warnings. Even though it is about college and teenagers, there are a lot of deep topics because Shannon goes through a lot of stuff. It's a bit heavy. It's definitely not meant for young adults. And Shannon is basically the soft girl type. She's kind of a bit of smaller frame, but as you get to know her, you understand why she is the way she is. And Johnny is like the rugby player. He's like all muscular, athletic, and he wants to join these teams, and like he has those ambitions. The side characters are amazing. Like, we have Shannon's brother Joey, whom I love, chef's kiss. Then we have Aoife. We have the whole friend group. Like, with Johnny we have Gypsy. Oh my god, guys, I love Gypsy. He is so funny. He's the funniest comedic relief of the book, and I love him for that. Then we have Claire, we have Lizzie, and probably more characters to come. But yeah, it was quite a good read. The reason this was not 5 stars is because, honestly, it's my mistake, because I was reading this book over a long period of time. So usually I have noticed that when I read a book for over a long period of time, it doesn't hit me the same as when I read it in like 1 or 2 days, or like relatively quicker. This was like 4 star, but honestly I do not have any complaints. This is not a type of book which has a lot of plot. It's mostly you get a lot of scenes and actual quality development of relationship between the characters, them spending time with each other, them conversing with each other. This would have been rated higher if I had read it like in one sitting, but yeah, I didn't, so that's my fault. I haven't continued the series. I will start Keeping 13 very soon. It's on my March TBR. Then I picked up Her Soul to Take by Harley Rue. This is a dark romance, monster, paranormal romance. We have Leon, who is the monster, the demon, and we have the female FNC, which is Ray. Basically, Ray is into researching supernatural beings, and she moves into her hometown, and there she meets Leon. Leon is controlled by a master, and the master one day sends him to kill Ray, and he refuses to kill her. And there's like a long story behind this, but I don't want to spoil any part of the book. And this was like my first monster paranormal romance, dark romance, after quite some time. So yeah, but I had heard amazing things about this book. This book is definitely dark. I mean, obviously it's demon romance. Who knew I would love demon romance, guys? But I rated this 4.5 stars. Leon has fallen for her, like literally. He cares about nobody else except her trope. He is a monster and he does a lot of stuff, so it's very spicy. Do check the trigger warnings. The only reason this was not a 5 star for me is because the spice in the book came a bit way quicker than I wanted it to. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good spicy book, but like there should be some tension, like a little bit slow burn at least. Not Mariana Zapata level slow burn, but something. And I feel like the spice started a bit earlier in the book, for which I rated this 4.5 and not a completely 5 star. But otherwise I have like no complaints. Like, after reading Binding 13, I was like not feeling like reading anything, to be honest, and this book honestly like threw me on a roller coaster. So yeah, definitely recommend. If you want something monster or dark, pick up this book. 4.5 stars. Next, I read Heated Rivalry. I gave this 4 stars. I'm not being dramatic when I say that this book actually changed me, because after this I read The Long Game, which I'm going to talk about later, but let's talk about Heated Rivalry first. It's about Shane and Ilya. They are rival sportsmen, they are rival hockey players, and they are both amazingly good at playing. Shane is very competitive nature, And Shane is a very competitive nature, very ambitious, I would say, and he loves hockey more than anything else. And Ilya is also the same. Hockey has been his life, but Ilya is Russian. Them being rivals, it's a forbidden relationship. It's very spicy romance. It starts with friends with benefits type situation, but then slowly it unravels into more. So first 50% of the book was mostly spice, if I'm being honest. Like it was like hookup and stuff, because as I said, it's the relationship starts with friends with benefits situation. So the first 50% of the book is mostly just spice and less on the feelings. But once you reach that 50% mark, it gets so good. After crossing that 50%, this was totally a 5-star for me. I was like totally down bad for these characters, for real. Oh my god, they had my heart. Like Ilya and Shane, when they confessed their feelings for each other, the way they would just slowly started to be more than the just a physical relationship. It was becoming so good. And obviously, like, the forbidden aspect adds so much tension to the relationship. Obviously they are like very rival players, so like they can't be together, plus they are gay, so gay community in hockey players is not really supported. They would face problems. But yeah, when he would get into other relationships and he would get jealous, oh my god, it was actually so good, guys. This is one of the best romances I have read in a while, and I highly recommend it. I haven't watched the show yet, which I need to. I have heard amazing things about it, so I need to watch that. But yeah, this was a 4-star. Would have been a 5 if just the first 50% of the mark was just not spice, but definitely attention. So yeah, 4 stars. Next, I read the sequel of Heated Rivalry, which was The Long Game. This was complete 5 stars. I don't even have a single complaint about this book, because this was absolute perfection. Like Rachel Reed's, she wrote a masterpiece with this book. This book has changed my brain chemistry. It is easily one of my favorite books of the year, and we are only in the second month of the year. Oh my god, probably one of my comfort reads now. Whenever I'm feeling down or low, I'm probably gonna pick up this book. We have Shayna and Ilya, and they are again, like, this time they have confessed their feelings, they love each other, they even want to marry each other. Obviously there's this forbiddenness, cannot disclose relationship to the public, comes all the complexities in their relationship. They're not able to spend time as much, but they also cannot resist each other, so there's like that tension. They're forbidden again. This time we deal with a lot of mental health stuff in this book, which makes this book a lot more deeper. Ilya has been shown to suffer from depression and a lot of mental health issues. He's struggling a bit. He starts seeking therapy, dealing with loneliness, dealing with forbiddenness, and like dealing with the actual relationship, to be honest. Because after you read Heated Rivalry, you are like, okay, they must have gotten together at some point. You actually see the relationship develop, a true relationship, and this is when it feels real. This is when the fiction and reality starts to mix, with some small minor issues in the relationship, which every relation does, and they combat that. They fight, but they know how to communicate at the same time. They are not perfect, but they also know and they accept each other's flaws. Perfect for each other. They help each other, they support each other in every possible way, and yeah, always there for each other. They know when to support them in the highest and when to support them in the lowest, and it's just amazing for that. There are so many romantic moments in this book between Shane and Ilya. Absolutely beautiful. There are some particular top tier scenes in this book which I absolutely loved. The proposal scene, the flight scene, spicy scenes, the throne room scene, coming out, them Instagram posting. There's like so much. You guys need to read this series. Their love felt so pure and deep, beautifully portrayed by Rachel Reed. The quotes were so relatable. Ilya felt relatable personally because his mental health struggles. Like, I was like, boy, I relate. Ilya was also funny. He's a depressed, funny character, and he basically gave everything up for Shane. They both actually sacrificed so much for each other. 5 stars, no less, no regrets. I'm so excited. I want to continue with the Game Changer series. I want to read the other books too, like the other couples books, because the side characters were also so good. So if they are getting books, I need to read them. Next, I read Little Strangers by Lee Rivers, and this was quite an interesting read. I actually have a whole reading book review of this book, because after reading this book, I was just so flabbergasted. I had to talk about with somebody, and I decided to post a video about it. If you want to watch it, I'm gonna link it down below. This book is a very dark book. At least for me, it's a taboo romance, very spicy. It's step siblings trope, but like they're not blood related. And the MMC is a psychopath. The FMC has gone through a lot of trauma. Both of them have gone through a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trigger warnings. I think it was available in the book itself, so you can just check it. But yeah, this was extremely dark. Part 1 was forbidden, spicy, her teaching him stuff. While reading the book, you have to remember he is a psycho. So the way his brain works, you have to understand that really. It's a bit of an interesting read. So what did I rate this book actually? I don't even remember. Yeah, I rated this book 4 stars. Part 2 was him mostly taking revenge because of something that happened. Oh yeah, wait. The way part 1 ended, chapter 9 of this book. Excuse me, what? If you have read this book, you must know about it because chapter 9 of this book was actually insane. I couldn't believe what I was reading. That was like, oh my god. So part 2 is from the point of view of Malachi, which is an MMC, and you get in his brain. It's very spicy. They explore a lot of kinks. The reason I love the spice so much is because everything was consensual. I do not like non-consent. I don't think so, like, at all. So whatever he was doing to her, it was all consent, whether in the form of revenge. So that's why I was like, okay, if she's okay with it, I'm perfectly fine with it. She's loving it, so why can't I? And honestly, it was very entertaining. Reading this book was actually entertaining as hell. Finished this book in 2 days, which I don't do normally. I'm not that of a fast reader, but yeah, I did finish this in 2 days. And Malik, as dark and twisted he was, I did love him a lot. So what that says about me, don't judge me, guys. We listen and we don't judge here. It's a judgment-free zone, guys. Read whatever you like. It's all fun and games here. Currently reading Little Liar, which is like the sequel of the book, and oh my god, like, I'm loving it too. Only 20% through the book, but I'm still loving it so far. Malika is actually such a baby girl. She's a psychopath. She doesn't feel things for others except for her. Like, you have to read the book. I just heard for him, guys. Like, the last, I think, 30% of the book, it was actually emotional. The whole book, actually, they have been through a lot. You just feel it. And it's very dark and twisty. My thoughts are everywhere right now as I'm thinking about the book. Yeah. You want a better review? You can watch this video. I'll link it down below. So that was it, guys. That's the 5 books I read in January and February. It's March and I have started the month with Little Liar. And you're gonna get the review at the end of the March, or maybe when I next do my reading wrap up.